Flying monkeys, what are they? Hi, I'm Michelle, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, where I provide evidence-based information coupled with my own personal experiences to help you navigate some of the most difficult relationships in your life, especially the one with yourself. So I'm fascinated by terms used in narcissistic relationships, and flying monkeys is one of them. It's not specific to narcissistic relationships, but it always shows up in narcissistic relationships. So what is a flying monkey? In the context of a narcissistic relationship, it's derived from the minions in one of my favorite films, The Wizard of Oz. So many metaphors in there. And they carried out the Wicked Witch's commands. In psychological terms, flying monkeys are people who are manipulated or enlisted by a narcissist to perform tasks, their dirty work, spread misinformation, or otherwise aid the narcissist in manipulating or harming a target, often without fully realizing how far they have gone, because they're also under the spell of the narcissist. This concept is commonly discussed in scenarios involving emotional abuse and manipulation, and there certainly are both of those exist in a narcissistic relationship. So I speak also from personal experience, having been raised in a family where there were my father and another family member were narcissists, and having married one and divorced one. So I unfortunately have experienced all of the things that I will be talking about in my videos. So here are some examples of what flying monkeys might do in a narcissistic relationship. Spreading rumors is a big one. The narcissist might tell friends or family misleading or entirely false stories about the target. Lies. You know how easy it is for a narcissist to lie because they're not lying in their mind. They're just making the truth fit their needs. And they always have to be the victim, remember. So these false stories are about the target. It could be a family member, an ex-partner, their current partner. And these friends or family members then spread these stories unwittingly, unknowingly, participating in the character assassination of the target. So I'm going to make up a completely fake scenario to protect anyone. My mother is deceased, so I will use her. And let's say I lived hundreds of miles away from her. So let's say she wants me to come home for Christmas, and I say, for very good reasons, I can't come home this Christmas. By the way, my mother was not like this. And she may then call my brother up, which is also called triangulation, but I'll describe that one another time. And then my brother might call other family members up or tell his wife or tell his children. And then my mother may call other people up. And there she is gathering her flying monkeys that are going to go and spread rumors about me. And you know what Chinese whispers are like. That could end up being something like, Michelle doesn't love her mother, she's not coming home for Christmas. And this creates a confirmation bias for the narcissist. My mother was not a narcissist, so this is all pretend. But if my mother was, then she would be sitting on her throne as the queen of narcissism going, yes, yes, she's hurt me, so now I'm going to hurt her. And that's what it can look like. It shows up a lot in companies with your colleagues. I will give you an example of that later on in this. So the second one is gathering information. They may ask the flying monkeys to keep tabs on the target, to let them know their whereabouts, their activities, what their emotional state is, because they might have done or said something to the target and they want the feedback from the flying monkeys who are planted safely and securely in the life of the target to feed back and like, did that work? Now, the narcissist may not say that, but they may say, how are they doing? Are they upset? Oh, yes, they're really upset because you haven't called them for 3 weeks, or you canceled the last date you had with them, or whatever. So they will feed that back, and then the narcissist will have more information to use against the target. And they will continue the manipulation and the control with the target very comfortably. And they're not even in the mix. So the target doesn't actually know that the narcissist is behind this. The next one is direct confrontation. Flying monkeys might confront the target directly, either to criticize them because they're doing some of the narcissist dirty work and maybe they enjoy it. Maybe they like seeing the target uncomfortable, unhappy. They've used some of the narcissist narratives, paraphrasing exactly what the narcissist has said or heard the narcissist say about the target, and just perpetuate this nastiness and the narrative. Or they may try to persuade them to reconcile. Oh, I think you need to give the narcissist, not using that term, another chance. You may need to give John another chance or Mary another chance. They really miss you. They really want to be with you, but they don't think that you want to be with them. And this can also include guilt tripping. So going back to the scenario, the made up scenario of my mother. So let's say my mother then called my brother and said, your sister is not coming home for Christmas. Then my brother calls me and he says, why aren't you coming home for Christmas? You're not a very nice daughter. You've really upset your mother. She's beside herself. She's had a migraine for 3 days. Guilt, guilt, guilt. Now, none of that may be true. And the person telling me that may not be the narcissist, but they are so under the spell of the narcissist, they are doing the narcissist dirty work, and they think that they're doing the right thing most times. Isolation is a big one, especially in families, but also in workplaces. When you rally mutual acquaintances against the target, flying monkeys help isolate them, making it more difficult for the target to find support or defend themselves against the narcissist's accusations or abuse. So let's use the example of a workplace. Let's say that there's a target, and let's say the boss is a narcissist. Just play along with me. And the target has reported sexual abuse, not even from the narcissist, maybe from another colleague, to HR. And HR may have fed this back to the boss, and the boss doesn't care about, privacy and ethics and all of that, and spreads it around to the rest of his team or her team. And the team then turn against the target, and the target is now isolated. The target has nowhere to go, cannot discuss it. And this psychologically really messes with the mind of the target, and they begin to feel like they're going crazy. There will be a lot of gaslighting in here, a lot of, and I've done a really comprehensive video on gaslighting. We'll put a link below, or we'll put it at the end of this so you can click on it and see it for yourself. So I won't go into that one now. But the target is isolated. The target feels like they're losing their mind. They feel like they're living in a virtual reality. Like, did any of this really happen? Am I making it up? No one believes me. It's a really awful position to be in. The next one is validation of the narcissist. So flying monkeys may also provide the narcissist with support and validation. Confirmation bias, reinforcing their distorted perceptions and behavior. So they may say, oh, you're absolutely right, to the narcissist. You're absolutely right about the target. You're absolutely right. They are unstable, and they are mean, and they're nasty, and they don't, whatever. And they will continue to feed the narcissist. I have this piece of paper on my desk at all times to show, and this is exactly what a flying monkey would look like. So this would be the narcissist. These would be all the flying monkeys. This is the supply wheel. They are supplying the narc with what the narc needs. And in this scenario, the narc needs for them to do the dirty work. So they're going out and they are torturing, continuing to torture, escalating the torture, because it is torture. Narcissistic abuse is the most difficult thing to recover from, in my opinion, not just because I am a narcissistic abuse survivor, not victim. I'm proud to say that. It's because the target has nowhere to go, absolutely nowhere to go, and no one to talk to. Their family might have completely alienated them. And all this confirmation bias is coming in. So this might include agreeing with the narcissist's viewpoints or dismissing the target's feelings and experiences. These actions are often performed without full awareness of the situation. Just snippets, snippets of things that the narc has said about, and they're planting and they're growing and creating more of a narrative around this. And they're not aware that they're part of the narcissist game. And this can significantly impact on the target, contributing to feelings of, as I said earlier, isolation, confusion, and distress. So I'm not asking you in these videos to go looking for any problems. All I'm asking you to do is to create some awareness, because awareness is the first step to healing, about the people in your life. If something doesn't feel right, take some time, maybe journal about it, do some voice notes, hear yourself back talking about the situation. And, you know, I've got a lot of videos on narcissism, so please watch some of my other videos and pick up on some of the other red flags. Because I couldn't do anything about being raised in a family where there were narcissists. So what I did is I normalized that behavior and went out into the world and then married one, dated few before that, because I didn't know. I just normalized that behavior. So I want to help you not do that, please. So please be aware. Stay safe. Safety is the most important thing in any relationship. And I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you very much.